What up, my people? This is your boy Leo. I'm here with Ray, and welcome to another episode of Roll Up and Wrestle. Don't forget, we'll be live tonight at 10 p.m. to see if SmackDown doesn't put us to sleep this time. But for now, enjoy the show.
All right. I need to figure out a way how to just grab that clip and then fade it into us coming into the show, but I'm going to figure that out. I'm not worried about that whatsoever. Anyway, welcome back. How's your afternoon so far?
It's going good.
It's all right? Everything's going shabby?
It's going swell.
I don't know what shabby is, but I'm just creating words in my mind.
We got SmackDown tonight.
Yes, we do. We got SmackDown
Good show.
tonight.
Good show.
Yeah, we have Jeff and Sheamus. We have AJ and Nakamura. We have the mixed tag team match with Otis, Mandy, Sonya, and Dolph. And I'm missing one more match that they promoted that I do not remember.
Bailey and Charlotte.
Oh, Bailey and Charlotte. That's right. So, hopefully,
Well, it's definitely not going to be a snooze fest.
that's what I hope. I hope a snooze fest does not come along. But it's SmackDown. You never know with these people. You never know in general, right?
We'll see, man. I mean, if you think about it, AJ Nakamura would light it up. Sheamus and Hardy's a little build-up. The mixed tag match, I guess, yeah, because Otis has the briefcase, and it's been going on. Charlotte, we already know about that. It's her third day working, but it should be good. Like when we do the review tonight, we should have no problem. We should be like, I was awake, I was energized.
I don't know about AJ and Nakamura. If they didn't light it up at WrestleMania, I don't think they're gonna light it up for a SmackDown. But let's just save that for later tonight and move on from it. Got some interesting, fun, crazy news going on. First of all, John Cena's project, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader, is being nominated for a Daytime Emmy.
He came up with that show.
Yes, he did.
Nice. It's very nice.
Yep. Cody seems to be building his own faction with the Nightmare family, as the Elite is the OGs of the Elite are the Young Bucks and Kenny, with the extended family being Hangman, Marty, and himself. I would like to see Cody branch out on his own, do his own little thing, Don't seem like you're, tagging on to that coattail of the Elite, and that you can, do your own thing, create your own little faction, and elevate everybody.
I would like to see that. I would definitely like, and to see who he chooses, because that would be the main part. Obviously, it's not gonna be MJF, but yeah, I would like to see that. Cody got it in him. Cody definitely has it in him to start a faction. He's been in a few, so he's learned. He had to learn from Randy.
He said Randy did teach him a lot when they were
Because that was Randy's
together.
first time with a faction. Like,
Yeah.
they gave him one, like, all right, we're going to give you legacy. I mean, it was going good, but it was just terrible storyline and stuff. But yeah, he should definitely do good. I won't be shocked I'll be shocked if he does bad with it, to be honest. He's good he's well enough in the wrestling game where he could just grab a few guys that he's going to probably choose, of course, and lead them to success. It'd be great.
Yep.
Have him fight the Elite and stuff.
Yep. According to Matt Hardy, his brother Jeff has a lot of time left on his WWE contract.
Oh my God. Let it go.
I think Jeff should just retire with WWE.
Jeff said it in the videos. He better not be lying. He said it in the videos, that comeback stories montage. He said that he will retire in the WWE, but that this is it. So, okay.
Yep. In other news, Tony Storm and Juice are now dating, it seems like.
What?
Yeah, she posted up a picture in Japan with her and Juice Robinson together.
What a lucky man. Lucky man.
Going back to the injuries from AEW on Wednesday, Ray Phoenix. Ray Phoenix, because I'm looking at Rhea Ripley's news story that I have up here, and I'm trying to read Ray Phoenix at the same time. Ray Phoenix seems to be good to go for Saturday, tomorrow night. Matt Jackson is believed to have suffered a broken rib, and Britt Baker may have torn her ACL.
Oh, so she's done.
She might be done. We don't know. No one really knows yet. I think the news might come out later on today. Not 100% sure. If it comes out that she is done, that looks like a 6 to 9 month layoff for Dr. Britt, the role model.
That hurts. That hurts.
That definitely does. That definitely hurts their division. But maybe you can build 3 stars and hold her spot for her to come back. You know, may have a crazy fatal 4-way with a surprise entry, and all of a sudden, if she comes back early, she's good to go, and throw her in there and have her win the match, have her be the number 1 contender. Then you can rocket push her, actually, when she comes back. So it may hurt the division for now, but in the long run, it can actually help them out.
I can see that, yeah. That sucks, though. I like Britt. Baker.
Yeah, she's good. I like her, too. I'm excited for Britt. Well, not excited for her injury, but I'm excited
it's just funny how they,
to see her
It's
evolve
just
in the
funny
ring.
how they're, like, doing this, like, I guess, slow push of hers, but have her record look so miserable.
Like, all that pyro she gets. I'm just like
4-4. Like I was telling you, like we weren't on the air. Like 5-3. Like make it seem
6-2.
Yeah, like make it seem like she's legit. Like she's there.
6-2, 5-3. Yeah.
Like what should have happened was she should be 6-2. Her only 2 losses should have been for a number 1 contendership to make her stay, relevant in the division.
Yeah.
Her only 2 losses are to 2 matches that were for the title.
And one of those losses shouldn't have not been her being pinned.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with you on that. That's fair enough to say. Tony Khan told Ric Flair that he would never ask him to join AEW.
Good.
He understands Ric Flair's relationship with WWE. He respects it. But Ric Flair did say that him and Tony are friends, and that the business aspect, Tony respects his business decisions.
Right. Fair enough.
Chelsea Green thinks that she's NXT's ratings draw.
If they gave her time, yeah. She's good. She has the gimmick to go with it, and Robert Stone plays his part. So why not go with it? I mean, I understand right now, you could build her up since they're doing the triple threat. But either way, yeah, they can. They could slowly build her up, because obviously the way it's going with the women's title is Rhea's obviously going to beat Charlotte sooner or later. It's going to have to happen. Like that, the nonsense of the ratings. Like, who cares? Charlotte's there, and you're losing by like 100,000 or better.
Yeah.
Just give Rhea the title. People will be happy about it. Like, okay, Rhea got the belt again. Now we got some NXT back in here. Like, an NXT person's holding the title.
Mm-hmm.
Rhea gets the belt. Chelsea can be the first one in line. Like, you could or have Rhea fight someone first, like, or whatever. A Dakota Kai, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And then you set up Chelsea to take the title from Rhea.
Yeah, I was looking at someone's tweet, because they had retweeted it, and they put like the laughing, crying emojis on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, huh? I was confused at first, and then I remembered. Then I looked at to see who tweeted it, so I got what they were trying to say. We're not going to mention their name at all. You can figure out who I'm talking about. So I was like, you don't think Chelsea Green could be ratings on TV? I was like, you're insane. I was like, this girl does like bikini shoots on her YouTube video, gets thousands of views from that. She's really good in the ring. She could play that crazy.
Exactly.
She could play that crazy woman she needs to, but she could also play that. She has many faces that she can play, that she can let out in the ring at once.
She's a total package.
Yeah, she is definitely a total package. So when I seen that, I was like, at first I started questioning myself. I was like, can she be?
I like the vignettes.
The vignettes are good. And then, no, but I was saying though, like, I was questioning myself. I was like, can she really be? But then I thought about her Impact days and her TNA days. I was like, yeah, of course she can. She did all these different personas and different
The hot mess.
the hot mess and the cheerful baby face around when she went in the indies. I was like, yeah, Chelsea can do it. Why not?
She just got to work her on prettier. She just got to work on the finisher.
Yeah,
execute it right, and we're fine.
Yeah,
I like the name. Like
I'm prettier. Yeah,
I'm prettier. Yeah,
but it doesn't look prettier.
It does not look pretty at all.
Sorry, Chelsea. No harm. No foul play with that. Just jokes. Buff Bagwell. Have you seen Buff Bagwell's cameo by any chance?
Sorry. As soon as you say that name, I think of the famous scene in wrestling. I just think
Judy Bagwell on a forklift match. Anyway, have you seen Buff Bagwell's cameo that he released to somebody?
I have not.
Okay, so he's in the cameo and he has he takes off his glasses and he starts talking about how he's still like the prettiest and he's still got it and all the women still want him. But in his cameo appearance, he's bruised up. He has 2 black eyes, his face is busted, and all this other stuff. And he blames that on his dog.
Yeah, right. He got his ass whipped. He got his ass whipped.
I'm so serious. He blamed it on his dog. He blamed it on his dog. I'm just saying. He blamed it on his dog. I don't know how a dog can do that to your face, but he blames it on his dog.
Him saying we don't even have to explain ourselves or put any say into it, just for the fact of who he blamed for that.
Yeah, I think that says enough, right?
Because hearing this right now, we might as well tell Bob Arum, hire the dog, fight Canelo. If you hate a 240-pound man, you know? So.
In other news, Vince Russo says what WWE is doing with Drew is wrong. I'm gonna read you what he said before you make any statement. Please, just let me just read what he said. He goes, "I love Drew. I've had Drew on my show. I'm a big Drew fan. Bro, when I'm sitting here watching Drew cut that promo, I'm watching it and I'm like, he doesn't know who he is. He's trying to be funny, then he's serious, and it's not coming across genuine. So that's telling me the writer has not tapped into who Drew McIntyre is. And that promo is coming across as very non-sincere and it's hurting his character. And I can see that just by looking at it, bro. That's not who he is. That's not what he would say. This is coming across very, very forced. He's got to stand up for his character. You know, Drew McIntyre's brand only belongs to Drew McIntyre. There's going to come to a point where Drew McIntyre is not working for the WWE. So Drew McIntyre is a brand. He's got to protect that brand. If something isn't right, if something doesn't feel right, he has to say something. The key is, how does he say it? Guys, I've had every wrestler not like something I wrote. But bro, if you came at me with, oh bro, this shit sucks, we ain't gonna have much of a conversation. But if you come to me like The Rock did this all the time, Vince, I read the script, I know what you're after, I like it, but if we did it this way, bro, 100% of the time, I'm going with that. How do you feel about what Vince Russo said about Drew McIntyre cutting the promos?
I mean, you do hear it. Like, he tries to say a few jokes and get all serious, but like, I don't have a problem with it.
I think,
what are you like? He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to be. He's himself. Like, the championship win already solidifies who he is right now in the WWE. He defeated Brock Lesnar and then defeated the Big Show. And if you think about it, if there was fans in these tapings of Raw live episodes, Drew is over by a long shot.
Yes. Okay. So Drew's over for the simple fact is that he was supposed to be the face. Something happened where he didn't get the push, or something happened between him and creative, where they threw him in 3MB. Then he gets released, and then he works his way back into the WWE. Starts from NXT and grows from there. Drew's over because of that. So the fans are behind him because he put in the hard work, and the fans know all the hard work he's put into it to becoming a top main event player. That's why I believe Drew is over. I believe we think Drew's the man because we know what his craft in the ring does. But if we sit there and actually listen to his promo work, I cannot say that's Drew McIntyre because I don't personally know Drew. I don't know him as a human being. I never sat down, had a conversation with the man. So I don't know if that's truly
So
Drew.
you get all right. So the segment he had with Seth Rollins when they signed the contract, and Seth gave him the nonsense speech. Well, everything was basically a lie. Rollins did the opposite, and Drew just went there and said, it was so heartfelt, warming, and all that. But he's like, I just still think you're a piece of shit. Like you could just sense it right there. That is McIntyre talking.
But the state of the army is that some parts of a promo does come off as non-genuine.
But what do you expect
So
in a company like WWE?
That's the only argument we're making here. We're only making that some of the promo work is not genuine. That's it. That's the argument. That's only the argument it is. We're talking about the promo work. We're not talking about Drew himself. We're not talking about his in-ring work. We're not talking about how he delivers the promos or it's just some things that he's saying that doesn't sound like him. Again, I don't know the man. I cannot criticize him for that. I'm just reporting that it's like Vince Russo thinks that it's just some of the work doesn't sound genuine to him. And I cannot agree and I cannot disagree because I don't know Drew McIntyre. But if he said he sat down, he knows the man, and if that's what he's feeling about it, that's how he feels about it. That's his opinion, obviously.
I see it happening. They just say he doesn't have to.
He really doesn't have to say anything.
For this Lashley coming up, they're gonna, since the build up is gonna be for him and Lashley, you're gonna hear Drew be Drew.
Yeah.
Obviously, Bobby is gonna finally, the whole side of his is MVP wants to get the real Lashley out. Obviously, from their Impact days when they worked together.
Mm-hmm.
So he wants to let that out, and Drew is all about that now. So it'll be fun. But I mean, I understand what Russo's saying, but it's like, what more you want him to do right now? They're giving him the same work every week. You find this guy, you find that guy, now you find King Corbin. Obviously, WWE is gonna have a restricted script for you to mention. It's not like you go, here you go, blank paper, write it out for us. We'll just record. No, that's not how they are. That's why AEW is different. They let you be your character. They let you grow your character yourself, not a bunch of guys who've never seen a wrestling move or a show before. So, I mean, Drew's fine. My books, he's fine.
All right.
The WrestleMania win, it already got him over. Like, it doesn't even matter.
But he was over way before that.
I understand, but to the universe now, it's like perfect.
Yeah.
He took Lesnar.
Moving on, Rhea Ripley change of original storyline happened. I'm going to read you what she said. Okay, so she starts off with, so Shayna had pretty much gone through everyone in NXT. So I pretty much finished with NXT UK. Handed off to Piper Niven, and I was coming into NXT to do that promo. So we were supposed to do a match later because everything was pre-recorded at the time. So we were supposed to do a match later on that night for a couple weeks after, and I was supposed to tap out. That was what was supposed to happen. It was supposed to be a one-off thing. I tap out, that's it. So I went out, and as soon as my music hit, the whole Full Sail just erupted so loud. Like, it was extremely loud. It was extremely loud. It doesn't even sound that loud when you're watching it, but if you were there in person, it was insane. And then I went into the ring, cut my promo, the best that I have, and people popped so loud for that. Shayna left, I came back, and everyone backstage was just like, oh my God, that was really good. So anyways, Shayna and I, we go to get changed into our gear. Sarah Amedo comes running into the room, and Sarah's just like, guys, change your plans. Rhea got too much of a pop. We need to change the ending. And I was like, well, okay, like, what are we going to do? Shayna's like, we've been trying to tell you this for weeks. Every time we're on the road, Loop, Rhea gets the biggest pop out of anyone. And so I was like, yep, we believe you now. We need to change the ending. Legit, I was like, oh my God, so what's happening? And they were like, so we're going to need to do a DQ so we can continue this some other time. I'm like, okay, cool. That's cool with me, whatever. Rhea laughed. So that's why I hit her with the chair so we can continue it.
They went with the fans.
Seems like seems like a little Paul Levesque actually knows how to listen to people.
That was it. And Shayna's over there telling you too, like she's getting the biggest pops on the house shows. Smart move. Now look at her now.
Imagine if Rhea just tapped out to Shayna that first night.
We would. I think no. It wouldn't be as big now as it is, but she would have still been well thought of for the future. Like not like what she got right now, like the big pop she's getting now, like the run.
Yeah.
But she would have, because of the fans alone, they would have been like, yeah, we like her. She would have slowly been getting, like, she would have been in NXT, but not like how it is now. Like, she won the title for the WrestleMania, all that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad they changed. I'm glad they made the right move. And I'm glad Shayna helped out too and said it. Like, yeah, I'm cool with this.
Yeah. So I think there was a right move, especially if she's getting the biggest pop and she cuts a promo and then gets another big pop off of it. That you got to kind of change the ending.
It's there for you now. Like
it's there. It's there. Like everyone's behind her. Like you can't have her just tap out when you have a whole entire crowd behind her when she's first coming out. You know, it's not a good look for the babyface. You kind of just kill the character at that point. So yeah, Rhea survived because of that. That's good. That's good. I like it. Going forward, with people not understanding the crowd, Vince McMahon is not 100% sold on Shayna being the top heel of the company.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know what more she needs to do. But yeah, if you don't think she is, why have her speak the way she did on Raw? Talking about Becky Lynch's pregnancy and how Natalya can't have kids. Well, that's top heel lines right there. That is literally like Becky broke her news. No one knew. Shayna gets interviewed and said, "Yeah, that's cool. You just remember who the dad is." Then 5 minutes later, Natalya goes, "How dare you?" And Shayna goes, "Mind your business. You're not even a mother. Like you can't even have kids." That's heel work. That's like if we didn't have this situation, I put the belt on you next week, and we're gonna keep it like that. You're gonna just talk like that the whole time. You kidding me? He's gonna realize it when she does another fantastic run. Watch. Why don't she get her chance with Asuka or whoever it is, Nia Jax?
So the plan is that Nia's gonna get the first shot at Asuka, and then it's gonna be Shayna. But Vince is not sold on Shayna being the top heel.
He'll learn. He will definitely learn. He will learn. He will learn. Watch. Heyman's got it in the palm of his hand. He knows what he got. Heyman knows what he got. This is what he was missing in his ECW days, was something like Shayna. That's what he was missing. A brute force in that women's division. She could literally beat the living hell out of anyone in that roster. Raw, SmackDown, or NXT. It doesn't matter.
Well, Sonya might give her a little bit of run for her money.
Nah, I think Shayna can handle her. Shayna can handle her.
Put the gloves on, put her in the cage, let's see what happens, right?
Shayna's a badass,
man. Talking about people who can wrestle and may not wrestle, Taker may wrestle this year for Survivor Series, which is
his anniversary,
which is his 30-year anniversary mark.
So this is it.
Nobody is saying anything about it though, but we might find out at the end of his documentary.
Oh, so that's the surprise. I have a feeling this documentary, he's going to announce that this is his last year.
That this was his last year?
This is it coming up. This one.
Is it? Debut on Survivor Series.
And debut Survivor Series, you can end that Mania. Hopefully by Mania time, there'll be fans. So you can get that, everyone can get that rightful moment. Like, who should be the last match? I have no idea. I know it can't be Roman. They did it already. But obviously, if I'm the WWE, I give that all to Taker. Like, who do you want as your last match?
I think it's gonna be AJ.
Give AJ the win.
Give AJ the win.
I can see it because you can do it. Then now you can do the whole rest of the year build with AJ.
Because AJ's still afraid of Taker.
AJ being petrified because he got buried alive.
He's still afraid of Taker, and they're still doing that ongoing thing, like with the whole Money in the Bank situation. how he found that room, and then I think who was it that locked him in there?
Alistair Black.
Alistair Black locked him in there, and he freaked out that whole entire time. So it shows me that there's still something lingering with AJ and Taker. It's unfinished business.
I think Taker just fell in love at first sight. That's what happened.
Oh, that 2017, I think 2018, 2017, he saw him, and he's like, yo, yeah, that man, that kid might be Sean.
He fell in love. He knew.
Yeah, but it'll be interesting what's going to happen at the end of the documentary. Even if this Survivor Series is his last match, or next year's Mania is his last match.
It got to be Mania. It has to be. I totally agree with him coming out for Survivor Series. Totally understand it. That's where he started. But if you're going to end Taker, it got to be Mania. Got to be Mania. And you can't do the whole throwing the gear in the ring no more. This one has to be beyond and
no. I think we're gonna get the American Badass back because Undertaker is retired.
Because when he loses,
he
gets set with the motorcycle and just go.
Yeah.
That'll be right.
He could take his last ride out, practically. That's just it's just a visual and the thought of it, but that's what I see.
No, because it's perfect. Because they're going with the whole Mark Calloway.
Mark Calloway, and remember when he was the badass? Like he was speaking a lot more of himself was coming out a little bit. So.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, that's a great idea. Now that
and it won't be a wrestling match for him. It'll be the brawl. Like he'll be brawling with AJ, and AJ would try to out wrestle him.
Yeah, I could.
So it looks better for Taker.
I could definitely see AJ. Yeah. Because then Taker knows he gives that to AJ. That's it. AJ's legit. He's going to win the title after Mania. It's like, you got to give him the belt. He just did now he officially go to SmackDown if you ever drafted him back there. Go to Roman and go, by the way, you did not retire The Undertaker.
I did.
You gave him a vacation. I retired The Undertaker.
Going on, Daniel Bryan almost stood home because the coronavirus. Brie Bella spoke to. She did an interview with someone, and she said that Daniel Bryan wanted to continue to wrestle, but because she was pregnant, and with the whole pregnancy stuff and the coronavirus scare, that she wasn't sure. They spoke to the doctor, and the doctor, helped them try to figure it out. And they figured it out, but it takes a lot of effort, but. Daniel Bryan didn't stay home because they figured it out, but he almost did stay home because of coronavirus. You think that would have any type of impact on SmackDown if he also would have just stood home?
Yeah. Because WWE knows the fans, no matter what, adore Daniel Bryan. So anything with him on TV, it's a shining moment to them. It's like a light. It's like good ratings. So if he wasn't around, because remember, he did Mania.
Yep.
You would have lost another big name for Mania. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would have been big time. Big hurt for them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I think ratings would definitely drop even more and worse, and it would have been even a lot tougher because they truly only have one star in Bray Wyatt, and you're playing with B+. To me, you're building with B+ guys that you didn't want to push to A status, so now you're forced to push them to A status, and it's like, who do you push? And how do you push them?
Yeah, like we always say, man, SmackDown's roster is...
It's tough because they hold them down. They don't push. They don't let some guys loose, and they don't push the right guys to the main roster the way they should.
Yeah, but they don't really have...
Think about it. If you had Cesaro, Nakamura let loose, you have two main event guys right there alone.
They got Hardy back. Right?
You have Jeff Hardy back. You have Sheamus. Sheamus, to me, I thought Sheamus always is good. If you let him loose and let him be the heel that he is. So you have Sheamus. You have Bray. You can push Braun as a monster, but not always as a monster.
You have Corbin.
I'm sorry. I find Corbin boring. I don't see Corbin. To me, Corbin had that mystique when he had that long hair and he was in NXT and he was beating people in like 20 seconds and less. He had a whole entire crowd count down, do a count off, to see how long it took him to beat somebody, and he was over that way. And then all of a sudden, they started having him talk and do all this other stuff, and Corbin became, to me, he just got boring.
Vince likes him. He gets a lot of TV time.
Yeah. Well, but so far I named 6 guys. I'm pretty sure there's other guys that I'm missing that I can't think of off the top of my head, that if you let loose are main event players. So it's up to the WWE to be able to let them loose, to be like, yeah.
And Roman.
We got some guy. Well, Roman's staying home, so you can't count Roman. Going forward, now we're speaking about SmackDown's roster. Sami Zayn is now being declared injured, even though he said he's staying home because of the coronavirus.
Gosh, God, them WWE guys just know how to fix a story. Let me tell you.
They just. I didn't want to touch on this. I just wanted to say what I had to. Just report it.
I know.
Get your input and just.
It's
It's
dumb.
stupid.
Yeah,
it's dumb. It's stupid. Makes no sense. It is what it is. All right. I'm just gonna move on from that part. Bully Ray compares Marco's stunt to Spike Dudley.
Oh my God.
No.
No.
Why not?
Because I like Spike Dudley. I like Spike. This is the 11-year-old, right?
Yeah.
Marco,
yeah.
Yes. No. Like really, do you ever see in your lifetime on an episode of AEW Marco's son's gonna be Lance Archer? The way Spike Dudley almost beat Mike Awesome and stuff like that. How Spike won matches. Do you see Marco's son being Lance Archer?
No, but I can see Marco's stunt getting put through tables like Spike did by
Spike won match. If you're just gonna go, all right, now if you're just gonna go by a stunt man, just go through things, then by all means, yeah, he might be better than Spike because he's little, like he's shorter, so you can throw him like as far as you can with no problem, so it'll be easier. But if you're going like all around, no, he's nowhere near Spike. If you're just gonna go by stuntman, then yeah, he's right up there. He might have a split lead now.
He might be right next to Mikey Whipwreck.
The bumps he took. He got paid to go to WWE to take bumps.
Yeah.
Head bouncing off barricades and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Tainara Conti wants to head to Japan to wrestle. Seems like Stardom is in her future.
She'll be back in WWE as a big time athlete.
Everybody who goes to Stardom goes back to WWE, right?
She's good. She has that jiu-jitsu background.
Mm-hmm.
All she had to do is just improve her wrestling, and that's it.
Yeah.
Smart move.
I like it. Should be a smart move. She definitely will improve her wrestling game.
But if I'm AEW, I would go grab her after her Stardom run.
Yeah, I would grab her now and let her just go to Stardom.
No. Let her go to Stardom. Let her do her thing over there herself.
Okay.
Let her work on her craft. Because obviously you're just going there to improve your wrestling. You're not going there to do promos.
Yeah.
The promo part you can do yourself on.
Well, she's good on promo. I always thought she was good on promos.
So this is a good move for her.
Mm-hmm. Alexa Bliss says that Ronda Rousey may have to apologize to the locker room upon her return.
I doubt that happens.
Who's Ronda going to work with?
Shayna Baszler. And they could beat up the entire division. Have a big street fight. Nah, I mean, I don't see the apology happening, but Vince will probably tell her, just get it over with, blah, blah.
Yeah, if she wants to work in the WWE, she needs to work with people. And I won't be surprised if most of the women in the locker room...
Even if she apologizes, it really doesn't matter because she said it. So you know how she really feels.
Yeah, but even if, just behind closed doors, just apologize to them. Even if that's how you feel, just say, I'm sorry for, just saying that out loud and out to the public. You can always apologize. There's ways to apologize without saying, I didn't mean what I said.
Nia's not about that. Nia's about the smoke. Nia said, I see you see me, it go down.
Well, then that's how that's going to go down.
There ain't no apologies going around.
But I think, listen.
Save that for me.
Yeah, definitely should. If Ronda wants to head back to the WWE, she's going to need dance partners that she can trust.
She's coming back.
She's going to need dance partners that she can trust. And if no one in that locker room trusts you because of what you said, you're going to seriously get hurt in that ring. I don't care how good of an athlete you are. I don't care how good anything you are. They will drop you on your head several times.
Well, they can always put her with Charlotte.
And that's true.
Charlotte will do it.
That's
Charlotte knows. You know why? Because Charlotte's not dumb.
Yeah.
She sees it as big time match.
She's like a father. She's like a father.
But you heard what she said about us? Look at me, co-main eventing WrestleMania. Where are you? Oh, that's right.
The women's battle royal in the pre-show match. All right, we got one more, and I think this is the most interesting one. And I think this one's the best one, and I saved it for last. AJ Styles admits on his Twitch stream that he would still be in TNA had Dixie Carter not cut his pay.
I totally agree. He would have done the Sting. I've heard interviews in the past. He was all about being loyal to one company and, you know, creating a legacy of his own outside of WWE. So I totally agree. I believe it. If TNA was around, AJ would be the face of that. Will still be the face. I agree. That was home for him. That was home. That was AJ. I agree with him. Totally agree. He's not sugarcoating that. WWE should be thankful that they got him. Thankful they got him.
Yeah.
In his good years still. Even though he's always I don't even think he had a bad year. That's how good he is.
Mm-hmm. I think he would have worked out something with TNA where he was allowed to work in New Japan still. I think that still would have happened. I think he still would have been able to work in ROH and other places. Just not WWE.
I think TNA would have been the ones to work with New Japan. TNA.
Oh no, they ruined that.
I know, but
they ruined that.
Like, but how you were saying it now, like if AJ is their main guy, I definitely could have seen that. If they're gonna use AJ for special events, you know, you can use their guys for, you know, work it back out like that. Use the big names and stuff, and then you could think about using young guys and all that. You got to start off with the big names if you're gonna do these excursion exchanges. Like one goes to Japan, other comes here. But I totally believe it. AJ, who would have stood in TNA, but Dixie was being Dixie, so.
Yep, definitely is. I liked it. I liked it a whole lot. I liked him in TNA. He was good. He was great. Like I said, he would. I definitely agree. He would still be there. They would definitely try to work out a way where he can go to New Japan and probably ROH if he wanted to. If he wanted to work in those companies, I'm pretty sure they would have gave him leeway to do that. But you know, Dixie just wanted to save money and try to do things her way, and just weren't right, and she lost out, and TNA lost out,
and Vince gained.
And Vince gained at the end of the day, definitely gained. So, hey, gotta thank Dixie Carter for that one.
Oof. I get chills thinking about that Rumble debut he had. I think I'm gonna play it once we finish the show.
Well, we are done. So, you have any last questions or comments or anything?
We're not going to see Strowman do a caterpillar dance tonight.
I pray not. I pray not.
We will be live tomorrow night after the AEW pay-per-view, Double or Nothing. I, Leo, will finally get to judge an AEW pay-per-view. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see their women's title match. You know, such a strong brand we have on the other side in the black and yellow. Get to see Moxley, Brody Lee. It's gonna be good. I gotta see how it looks. I'm also judging the commentators. I'm gonna judge them. I gotta see if they can match up with my man Morrow.
No. That's. I loved Morrow since he debuted on SmackDown.
It should be fun.
The closest person who can go with him, calling moveset wise, is Excalibur. But the whole package, not one of them can touch Morrow's suit.
Nah, I can't wait.
All right, guys, that's everything we have for you guys today. If you like what you heard, don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bells, and give us a thumbs up. Also, if you guys have any question, comments, you want to correct us, it doesn't matter, negative or positive. We're Brooklyn boys. We got tough skin. Also, thank you guys for everything and for your support. Also, check out on our webpage, alleverythingentertainment.com. We're new on there. Just, check it out, see how it is. There's some cool guys over there. Thank you guys for everything, and always remember, it's never a bad thing for a roll-up in wrestling.